It's Rachelsey at the movies, yay!
So we went and saw Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't think I need to give a setup for this movie, no?
Maybe a setup for our situation right now. We got a bunch of nieces and nephews in the other room, so if you hear them, they'll be in the video later. So Spider-Man has a lot of emotional value for me personally, because when I was a kid and my parents got divorced, I got really into comic books. That's our dog. I got really into comic books, and Spider-Man's the comic book I got into the most. I love Spider-Man so much. It meant a lot to me, and so I've always liked going to see Spider-Man movies. The problem for me going to Spider-Man movies in the past has always been, I already know the stories, because I read Spider-Man comics so much, way more than any other comic. But I was really happy and excited about the last Spider-Man the movie they did, how they treated the characters in this new Marvel, when they brought Spider-Man in from Sony into the Marvel Universe that Disney owns, and I was excited about this movie.
I was actually not too keen on this particular installment of the latest Spider-Man. I thought that the trailers for this particular movie were not great. There was like too much going on, and also they had to release the trailers before Endgame even came out. And so, you know, Spider-Man dies in Endgame, and but we know that they don't really die because we can see the movie schedule for Marvel. Anyway, I thought that really took away from the marketing for the movie. I don't know if that's why the trailers were so poor, but and then I was like, who's this Mysterio guy? Like, I don't get it. Like, it just seemed like too much. So I wasn't real excited about this movie, but I am glad that I went and saw it. So, what do you tell people? Go, wait, or skip?
Go see this movie. I love Spider-Man. I love this movie. I think it's the best Spider-Man movie that I've ever seen. And I was really just grateful to be able to go see it at the big screen.
I say, well, here's what I was going to say. I was sitting there at the theater halfway through the movie, and I was like, oh, this is a definite wait. I'm going to tell people, wait to see this movie. But then by the time I saw like the whole movie, including the scene after all the credits, I was like, I don't know, I really like it. And I just love like all the Marvel stuff and how it all ties together between all the movies, and then you have the series Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and there's a little bit of a tie-in there, and I really dig that. And so now I'm saying go see the movie. The second half of the movie totally like saved the first half for me. Spoilers. Spoilers.
He's Far From Home.
There are two scenes during the credits. One after the first set of credits, and then at the very end. And the very end had a tie-in to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is Tahiti. And so if you watch that series, you know what that means. And that was a really big deal to me. I don't know. I really love the TV show. Even though it's not as good as it used to be, I still love it. And so I really like that tie-in. And I'm totally like, what does that mean? What is going to happen? What's Nick Fury doing? Like, is he, out of his mind? Does he know what's going on? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they brought is it the Kroll?
Yeah.
Right? They brought the Kroll in from Captain Marvel, and that was really cool because the whole movie, I was like, gosh, why is Nick Fury, like, such an ass? Like, more so than not just aloof. Like, he's talking more, then it made sense because it wasn't Nick Fury.
Yeah, somebody pretending to be Nick Fury, huh?
Yeah. Shapeshifter.
This movie's all about illusion.
Yes, illusion was like the key word for this entire movie.
Illusions to me are really interesting. What's happening right now? Are you watching us, or are we watching you?
And then Mysterio, so what I didn't like about the trailers is sometimes I feel like you watch a movie and it's like the actors are playing dress up. Instead of, like, in a really good movie, you don't notice the actors are playing dress up. You're, like, lost in it. And when I saw the trailers for this movie, I was like, what is Jake Gyllenhaal doing in this movie?
But now you know why.
And, so now, we find out, because I was like, oh, he's not a hero, he's a villain. And really, I felt like, this was all, just a setup for something else, because it's the way I saw this movie described is as the epilogue to Endgame.
Yeah.
So it was the kind of finish, and now it's like we're officially set up for wherever Marvel can go.
Where are they going? I'm super interested in that topic. Where are they going with? I've heard if you read comic books and it's potential that they could go to something called the Secret Wars. I'm interested in that, and then also there's potential there. I think also Secret Wars was the cosmic. Anyway, there's all sorts of interesting Spider-Man things going on there. But also, are they going to bring Galactus in here now? I don't know. Where is Silver Surfer? Bring me Silver Surfer now!
Yeah, Kelsey really wants Silver Surfer.
That's my boy. It's your boy. Yeah. But this movie, yeah, I think it was really great. It was kind of like if Captain Marvel was the prologue to Endgame, then this is the epilogue, and I think it's just I've loved what they've done since the very beginning, which is either Iron Man, probably, or some people would say that the Incredible Hulk movie, but that was kind of supposed to be. But anyway, they've done a really great job with this universe, and I'm excited that it's going to keep going because there's so much that they can do. There's so many great stories in that universe, and yeah, Thanos is gone, but there's all sorts of villains that can come and be big, bad, scary villains in a different way.
Well, and here's what's really exciting is I feel like now that we have like the chapter closed on what we were building, what they were building toward, which was Infinity War and then Endgame, and that chapter is closed. I feel like there's more creative license now because the reason why the first half of this movie, I was like, oh my gosh, so we have like another like superhero with lasers and then like this big villain that's destroying cities. Like, I don't know how many times I can see that over and over again. So I'm interested in maybe, like, I thought Thor Ragnarok definitely got like into that creative, vein and was a little bit different. So if they can like change things up a little bit, I'm really interested in that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see where they're going. This was a really good movie. I thought it was funny. I got to see Spider-Man being Spider-Man.
Right, and Tom Holland does a great job. Like, I thought they did a good job showing kids, 16-year-old kids being 16-year-old kids. I thought they stayed true to that. There was a part in the movie where I cried.
Yeah.
Is
that when you spilled your popcorn?
No, I don't eat popcorn.
They don't know that.
What was it? There was some part in the movie where I cried. I was like, oh, I have
It's
tears.
when we bought the kids' food and we got the receipt.
Right.
And we were like, oh, bada bing. We could have gone to Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? We could have had them biscuits.
Say about Spider-Man Far From Home.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. Should people go see it at the movies? Should
Yes.
they wait to watch it, or should they just skip it altogether?
They should just
They should go.
see it.
They should
Yeah.
go.
They should go see it.
Well, we've already seen it. I don't think they can see it anymore.
JK, what was your favorite part about the movie?
Oh wait, maybe the part where he said he loves Spider-Man. That one guy, like Flash, I think, and then he just said, "What up?"
Yeah,
Or,
don't think.
Yeah.
Jerk.
That was funny. Anna, what was your favorite part?
Probably when they found out about the illusions.
Natalie, you?
Well, let's think. Well, there's a lot of funny parts in this movie.
I like the action parts.
I like the funny parts. Okay, so like probably when Ned found out that MJ knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man, he's like, it's for a party. The suit's for a party.
Who liked the part where MJ and Spider-Man kissed and fell in love?
I
No.
actually really like that, to be honest. Well, of course MJ's gonna fall in love with Spider-Man. That's the whole point of the movie.
This is basically what happens in every Spider-Man
Yeah,
movie.
MJ falls in love with Spider-Man. MJ falls in love with Spider-Man.
In every
MJ falls
in every
love with
Marvel movie,
Spider-Man.
there has to be someone who falls in love with another person.
And I was also
Right.
surprised no teenage girls were screaming, "It's Tom Holland!"
Is there anything about the movie you didn't like?
Well, it was kind of boring at the beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah, it was really boring at the beginning. I mean,
All right. Anything else about the movie?
No.
no.
You guys are good.
Are Happy and Aunt May dating?
Yes.
Are they?
Are
Yes.
they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
they better stay together, or
Sometimes things don't work out.
they should work out.
You
And
know?
so should
You
MJ.
got to think that MJ is probably going through a rough time right now.
Now.
I was going to say because of
It's
Iron Man. but
Zendaya.
Spider-Man's got to save the world
Yeah.
while also now being villainized
Mhm.
and everybody knowing his identity.
There has to be a Spider-Man 3.
All his classmates be like, "Oh my
Oh
gosh."
God, what?
All right.
Kidding.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Adios, amigos.
Hey, we really appreciate you watching our movie reviews. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you can think of a fourth thing to do that's positive, do that too.